Hi everybody, old guy here, and this is an Andre Norton novel. I read Andre Norton when I was a kid. Everybody did. She was the queen of fantasy and science fiction, and between her and Lester Del Rey and Robert Heinlein, our juvenile love of the fantastic was sated. I don't really remember what I read of hers back in my childhood, but the titles Star Rangers and Cat's Eye stand out. So I saw this on a shelf somewhere and went, nostalgia. And bought it and read it, and what the hell? Was this what I used to read and cherish? Because, man, I must have been an idiot. Not that this was so bad, but that it was so stilted and overly written that I cannot see how the average kid today could get through this. We boomers at least had exposure to the King James and other thundering dictions, like Sir Walter Scott. But since kids don't read those anymore, not even The House of the Seven Gables as far as I know, this would be like running into a brick wall. Maybe Norton had fond memories of days gone by when she wrote this, but unless someone my age runs across a copy sitting on a shelf somewhere, like I did, I don't think there's a lot of demand. Granted, this is one of the last novels she ever wrote, coming out in 1999, and is the fourth novel of something called the Five Senses set. So perhaps I should have read those first. No need. Nothing in previous novels is going to change that this is hard-going and overwrought. Let me give you an example. "Hither," he snapped his fingers at the youth. "Catch this, and do not let it fall, or you will greatly rue it." Hither? Rue? Unless you've spent time like we all did in those 1930s and 1940s kid books, you'll be running for the dictionary. This is also one of those books in which everything is capitalized. The light, the forest, the black land, the wind, the old blood. And young people in the book expound on rules and taboos and things that can be or not done, and hard to keep track. So what is this about? Well, Erasmus is an apprentice mage in Valerian, the place of learning, all caps. But he is no mere apprentice. He's actually been spending his days penetrating the sealed and forbidden halls where things are warded and nasty. Why? Because he can. No one's paying attention to him. The masters have all become complacent scholars of ephemera, and if one of their students is going around poking into things he shouldn't, so what? As long as I'm not bothered.
To professionalism!
Erasmus wants power to break the covenant, capital C, between light and dark, L and D, to break the balance, B, which was achieved after a fairly horrendous war some time ago. I guess that's all in the earlier books. Erasmus finally makes his move, conjuring up a horde of goblins, and taking over the valley, encompassing the town of Steermere, where the light and talent still exists. I'm going to stop doing that. And there is a boundary to the forest where the light is, and I really don't know why, except he needs to take the place so he can avail himself of the latent talent that is hidden there to do something. I guess to call up a really nasty demon. Terrible things ensue, starvation and murder, and the wholesale slaughter of the village by their jealous neighbors, and the enslavement of everyone, and rape, and an attempted rape, and incest. I really don't think this is a kid's book, at least what I used to regard as a kid's book.
Homicide.
All this time, the Masters and Valerian just watch with idle curiosity. And there's magical twins. And Sasquatch.
There are no Sasquatches.
The book is barely 300 pages long, but it feels twice that. Believe me, you're gonna get your money's worth. Andre Norton was born Alice Mary Norton in 1912. She spent the majority of her life as a librarian for the Cleveland Public System, with occasional forays into bookshop management and editing. In 1934, she changed her name to Andre Alice Norton because the main audience for the fantasies she wrote were boys, and market forces dictated.
Member and good standing of the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
She died in Tennessee in 2005. Long lived. Old guy here. See you later.